Hey everybody, today we're going to be going through a beginner's guide for the game Slime Rancher. So if you look in the bottom left corner, you'll see a gold coin with a number beside it. This is what's known as new bucks. New bucks is the currency in the game, so later on in this video we'll go through how to actually acquire some of these new bucks. And underneath there'll be a health as well as stamina bar. Both of these will regenerate on their own, and the stamina bar will be used for when you go ahead and run. So if you hold down shift on your keyboard, as you can see here, we're now losing that stamina, but we're sprinting. If we go ahead and stop sprinting now, as you can see here, the stamina will now regenerate on its own. So now we'll start going through the different parts of the ranch. So as you can see here, we are given a corral right when we start, but there are empty plots that are located throughout the ranch. If you head over here and we press E to activate, there'll be a few different options that we'll be able to choose from in what we want to actually put on this empty plot, such as corral, garden, coop, silo, incinerator, as well as pond. So when first starting out, you're probably going to be looking at the corral as well as garden. Now when you do put something on your plot, you can head over here and these will be upgrades for that plot. So for this one, it is the corral, so we'll be able to upgrade that corral. If we had a garden, there would be different upgrades for that garden. So for the corral, there's things such as high walls, music box, air net, solar shield, plort collector, as well as auto feeder. So the very first upgrade we'd be looking at for the corral would be the high walls. This is because the more slime we actually go ahead and put into this corral, the higher the chance is that they're actually going to be able to bounce over top of the walls, as you'll see later on in the video. Now if we go ahead and turn around, there'll be another upgrade station right behind us here. So this upgrade station is going to be for us, our personal upgrades for our character. So there's a few different ones, such as the water tank, jetpack, heart module, power core, as well as tank booster. So the very first upgrade that I would suggest unlocking would be the jetpack. This is going to be really helpful, especially when exploring some of those new pieces of the map. So you probably would have noticed that there are pink slime bouncing around your ranch. If we go ahead and suck these up, as you can see there off to the right, new Slimopedia entry, pink slime. So the Slimopedia is going to be a great resource for you throughout the game. If we go ahead and hit escape on our keyboard, you'll see here Slimopedia. The Slimopedia will provide a lot of good information for you. So as you can see here, the tutorial section, if you forget kind of how to play or you need some basics, you can head over to the tutorial section and it'll go through that. Now if we head over to the slime section, every slime that we go ahead and collect, it'll provide a new entry in that Slimopedia for us. So we did collect the pink slime, so of course we're going to have that pink slime entry. So it will tell you the different foods as well as favorite foods that this slime likes. We will be going through favorite foods later on in this video. It will also tell you about rancher risks with this slime. It's just a lot of helpful information for you. And then resources, so these will be fruits, veggies, meats, things like that. Of course, we haven't collected any of these things yet, but once we do, it will be provided in the Slimopedia. And then of course the ranch, which we have already kind of gone through with the corral, coop, garden, things like that. And then the grotto, the docks, the lab, those are going to be additional things that you can purchase for your ranch, kind of like expansions. Of course, we're not going to be going through that in this video. This is just a beginner's guide. Those are the things that you'll be looking at later on as you progress through the game. And then lastly, the world tab. So of course, the only thing we're going to have here right now is the ranch. But as we start exploring different parts of the game, discovering new pieces of the map, new Slimopedia entries will be provided here once we actually discover those new areas. So now we'll go through how to obtain new bucks. We'll go ahead and collect some of these carrots. And as you can see there, new Slimopedia entry. So the pink slime that we've collected, we'll place them in the corral. So with slime that you are holding in your corrals, you want to make sure that you are feeding them with the actual food that they'll eat. Otherwise, they will get very angry at you. Seeing as we already know that the pink slime will eat carrots, as shown in the Slimopedia, we'll go ahead and feed one of them. As you can see here, they'll drop what is known as a plort. So plorts will be used to actually go ahead and sell for new bucks, as well as forming largos, which we'll go through later on in the video. And as you can see here, they are now extremely happy with us. So we'll head back up top here to this board. This is what's known as the plort market. So as we progress through the game, we'll be able to actually acquire different plorts, but as of right now, we're only limited to a few. So each plort is valued at a certain price. As you can see below each plort, there is a number. So these numbers will change depending on how many plorts of that type you're selling. So the more pink plorts we're selling, the lower the value is going to end up being. The longer we hold onto those pink plorts or any type of other plort, the higher the value is going to be. So what you can do is you can go ahead and purchase a silo and store your plorts in the silo. Because of course, the longer you hold on to that plort, the higher the value is going to be in the plort market. Of course, as a beginner, you're not really looking at doing this method, but it is a helpful tip as you progress through the game. So when first starting out, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just sell all the plorts that we acquire, seeing as we do need a lot of those new bucks to start getting certain upgrades, as well as purchasing things for our ranch. So as you may have noticed in the top left corner, there's a mail icon. So to access this mail, we're going to head inside here. And like I was mentioning, star mail. So this is where we'll be able to access all the mail that we get as we progress through the game. So now that we've gone through some of the basics, we'll start exploring the different parts of the game. So the very first place we'll be able to explore is the dry reef. You'll also find these located throughout the game. These are notes left by Hobson, who is the previous owner of the ranch. So make sure you are accessing these when you find them. When you are exploring a new part of the game, you'll find this located in that area. This is the map for that area, so make sure you go ahead and activate this because it's going to be a lot easier for you to start navigating through the game. While exploring the dry reef, you will come across different slime, as well as bigger slime, which are known as largos. So how a largo is formed is when one slime eats another slime's plort. As you can see there, the pink slime just ate one of the blue plorts and has turned into a pink rock largo. So the benefit of these largos is they will drop double the plorts when you feed them. Now if we head inside the Slimopedia, as you can see here, the rock slime does have a favorite food, whereas the pink slime doesn't. If you do feed a slime their favorite food, this will also drop double the plorts. So if you have a pink rock largo and go ahead and feed it a heartbeat, this will drop 4 plorts rather than 2, which will be very helpful, especially when acquiring those new bucks. When you are exploring, you may come across gold slime. You won't be able to capture these gold slime, so when you come across one, make sure you do shoot a resource at it, such as the carrot or the pogo fruit or anything you have on hand, and it'll drop a gold plort, which could be sold at the plort market for a lot of new bucks. You may also come across a lucky slime, so with lucky slime, you need to feed them meat, and they'll drop new bucks for you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start acquiring some of those heartbeats, so we're going to start acquiring a lot of those new bucks. We're going to head up top here. And we're going to head down below. Just make sure you are careful that you don't fall in the water. If you do fall in the water, you will lose all the resources that are on hand at that time. So just be careful and take your time with this. So now we're going to head back to the ranch and purchase a garden. And like I was mentioning, just take your time with this and you should be okay. So like I was mentioning before, if you do feed a slime their favorite food, they'll drop double the plorts. If they're a largo, they'll drop double that. So as you can see here, we just got 4 plorts for feeding this largo 1 heartbeat. So what we're going to do next is go ahead and purchase a garden. This way we can actually start gathering a lot more heartbeats with that garden. All we need to do is shoot the heartbeat in here. And as you can see, it is now growing. So it'll take a little bit of time before those actually grow. So for the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to start forming some more pink rock largos. One very important tip to remember is making sure that you are only mixing 2 slimes together. If you go ahead and mix a 3rd slime with, say, a pink rock largo, it'll form what's known as a tar. So we'll go ahead and demonstrate this somewhere outside of our ranch. So we'll go ahead and gather a phosphor plort. So now if we go ahead and give a phosphor plort to a pink rock largo, for example, as you can see here, a tar slime will form. What tar slimes do is they basically just destroy anything in its path, including slimes as well as resources. This is why you do not want these to form on your ranch. So there are two ways to get rid of these. You can either have the water tank upgrade, or if you don't have the water tank upgrade, you can go ahead and suck them up and launch them into the water. Make sure you are dealing with this right away, as they do duplicate. You may have noticed another slime located here on the map. These are known as Gordos. You'll find Gordos located throughout the game in different areas of the map. So with Gordos, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and feed them. As you can see in the top right hand corner, a pink Gordo, the diet is everything. So it's quite easy with these pink Gordos because we can go ahead and feed them any type of food. Now with different types of Gordos that you'll encounter throughout the game, the diet will change. So always look in that top right hand corner. After feeding a Gordo enough food, they will explode, dropping different resources as well as items. As you can see here, this Gordo does drop a slime key, which is used to open certain doors located throughout the game. So if we head over here, we'll go ahead and use the slime key now. And as you can see here, press E to use a slime key. So go ahead and use the slime key now. And now we'll be able to explore different parts of the game. As you can see here, the new Slimopedia entry, Indigo Quarry. So just to help you guys out, I will show you where this new piece of the map is. And as you can see there, the new piece of the map is acquired, so we're going to be able to navigate this a lot easier. There will also be another Gordo located in this room, as you can see here. So with this Gordo, it is a blue Gordo. So as we know with the rock slimes, their favorite food is the heartbeat. So with the blue Gordos, we can go ahead and use the heartbeats, and it'll count as 2 food rather than 1. So this is really important, especially when going ahead and feeding those Gordos, which will speed up the process a lot more. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If it was, please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below to see more content just like this one.